everybody, and welcome back. It's Nick Driver. I'm a New Mexican, and today we're going to be talking about the Old Town Restaurant, Backstreet Grill, and its, peaceful protest against the mask and the lockdowns. So they aired a small little bit on KOB4 just the other day. This took place Saturday. The video that they show is very selectively edited, and the protester that they show talking to, they only showed very minimal of what he actually said. So before we get into this, remember to hit that like, comment, share, do all that fun stuff. Also, if you guys have any other videos or anything about this protest on Saturday, please link it in the comments, put it in the comments, send it to me, do what you need to do. Let's get people to see the actual, how many people support it. Unfortunately, I was only able to stay there for about an hour, from about 11 to 12. So I know there was a lot more that happened after I left. I had other things I had to do. My wife just released a book. It's on Amazon. If you like poetry, I'll put the link in the bio, and you guys can go check that out. But for now, let's go ahead and jump into this small article about the Old Town Restaurant defies public health order once again. So before we get into it, I just want you to hear this little clip about what the lady who was organizing or running the inside was saying. All right. So let's just play this real quick.
It's your own job to take care of yourself. If you're afraid, there are plenty of other institutions that you can go and eat. But if you're not and you want to be bold and take a stand, please come on in.
Now they are facing legal trouble. The New Mexico.
All right. So like she said, there's plenty of other establishments out there. If you don't want to wear a mask, come to us. Come down there, show your support, be bold. If you want to wear a mask, there's other places that will take care of you and accommodate that. But for us freedom lovers, we'll be fine going to that Backstreet Grill and not wearing our mask and enjoying our food. All right, so this is by Brittany Castillo, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Even though many businesses are reopening or expanding, one Albuquerque restaurant was forced to close again. People were out protesting Saturday after health officials said a restaurant in Old Town once again wasn't following COVID guidelines. I would say the only guideline they really weren't following was the mask mandate, because they didn't fill up all their tables on the inside of the patio, which was interesting to me. But they still managed to keep people socially distanced without their mask on. Yet we did have a crowd of protesters there that, of course, they weren't really social distancing without mask. But at the same time, we don't believe we need to. There's people there in the protests wearing masks as well, who stated the same fact. Like, it's your choice. Like, you can wear a mask if you want to, and you can wear a mask if you don't. If you're scared and you feel like you're vulnerable and that you need to protect yourself, please do. Please protect yourself. Get the vaccine, wear a mask, do that. But for all us healthy people, we want to be able to breathe fresh air and not keep rebreathing our own breath. I mean, some of us need to learn to brush our teeth, and trust me, breathing your own breath, a lot of people learn that. I'm just saying, that's just a joke, but you know me. Anyways, so I think it's time people start coming out and being a little bit more productive in society without masks, said Michael Lucero, a protester. So Michael Lucero is the one that they show for a brief moment on the actual news broadcast. And I will tell you, he spoke to the camera for a good 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. I'll let you take from that what you will. But he spoke for a good 15 to 20 minutes, and they only put maybe 10 seconds worth of what he said into the broadcast. It seems like they don't want to let other people speak. They don't want you to hear the other side of the story. They're gonna minimize everything, even from the selective editing where they made sure you didn't get to see the lady's shirt, which was a great shirt, by the way. I loved it. It was a picture of Michelle Lujan with a Hitler stash, and it said, "Not my dictator." Made me laugh. I was out there wearing my shirt that says, "My governor's an idiot." And there was about 4 or 5 of us that had that same shirt on. So there was some other protest shirts out there too, and there's plenty of signs. The signs, like, they only really commented on one of the signs, but there was plenty of signs out there for them to have read. All right. So this was a peaceful protest in action, aka it's a protected activity. So even though they're a restaurant running, they're getting their food and doing their thing, they're protesting. So this is a peaceful protest. Them serving food to people who don't want to wear masks is a peaceful protest. Earlier on it, let's see, here we go. Let's read this next section I was about to talk about. So we have a sign-up sheet. If you would please sign in and let people know that you are taking responsibility for your own health, said a woman talking from the patio of the restaurant. So yeah, they had people sign in or sign their names as they entered the restaurant as part of the peaceful protest. And there was quite a bit of people. I really wish I would have stayed there all day. I was supposed to be there with Chris Manning and the Libertarian Party. We were out there during that time. We were going to be there all day. We were going to do a march for them. They did all that, but unfortunately I had other things to do, and I had prior engagements, so I couldn't make that. But Backstreet Grill is back in trouble for failing to follow mandatory COVID requirements like mask wearing. According to the city of Albuquerque, their food permit was suspended at the end of April, and they were ordered to close. City officials said they refused, so they were ordered to shut down again this past Thursday. However, the restaurant is still operating. A peaceful protest is what they're doing. It's your own job to take care of yourself. If you're afraid, there are plenty of other institutions you can go to eat, but if you're not, you want to be bold and take a stand, please come on in, said the woman speaking over a loudspeaker. They didn't even bother trying to interview that lady. That's why they keep calling her the lady over the loudspeaker. They didn't even bother trying to interview any of us out there who were out there promoting and protesting and supporting Backstreet Girl. We had podcast New Mexico Rising was out there. I was out there. There was another one. I can't remember exactly what their podcast or their video or their channel was. Like I said, if you guys have any extra videos, any extra material, link it in the bio, link it in the comments, put it in the comments, and so that way we can all see it and everyone can get their view and their perspective out there. I do have some B-roll footage that I did upload and that I probably will be throwing out on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, I'm at a New Mexican 1. I guess a New Mexican was taken, so it's at a New Mexican 1 if you want to follow me on Twitter. So Backstreet Grill is now facing legal trouble. The New Mexico Environment Department served with them with a temporary restraining order this week. A hearing is scheduled for later this month. So the New Mexico Environmental Department is the one filing a complaint. You know what that means? That means the mandate isn't law, which it isn't. Mandates aren't law. Okay? If it was a law, it wouldn't be the New Mexico Environment Department serving them. It would be the Albuquerque police. Instead, they're trying to send in state troopers to serve them with New Mexico Environment Department. Fact of the matter is, we're in almost a year and a half of the 15-day lockdown. All right. Not only that, even Joe Biden, when he was elected president, said 100 more days of mask. Well, guess what? His 100 days of president or in the presidency is over. We've already done 100 days under Joe Biden. So why is there still a mask mandate? I'm just saying this fear mongering has got to stop. People need to start living their life. I, for one, am not wearing a mask no matter where I go. So if you see me out in public, avoid me if you want. Or come and give me a handshake. I have no problem shaking your hand. I am not afraid of death. I've accepted the numbers, even though these numbers are skewed. I mean, the governor still hasn't released any transparency about how they collect the numbers. I believe it's Representative Javier Martinez is trying to get her to release those numbers, but they're attacking him because he asked that question or he wants those numbers. So we need, until we get our full numbers, right now we have another Governor Whitner on our hand, another Cuomo here in Albuquerque, here in New Mexico, someone who's literally destroyed our economy and has way too much power and is acting like a tyrant and doesn't want to open up the state until she feels safe, until she gets 60% of New Mexicans vaccinated, which probably ain't going to happen. We're at 47%. Then they announced the 60% thing when we were at 40. So we've only gone up 7% since they announced that. Couple things. The vaccine hesitancy isn't just because it's a new vaccine. I mean, the fact of the matter is it's not approved. It's not 100% approved by the FDA. So for you calling us people who are hesitant about the vaccine anti-vaxxers, it's not we're anti-vaxxers. We just want an FDA-approved vaccine. You know, once this emergency use authorization goes away and it's 100% approved by the FDA, you're going to get a ton of people who are going to go ahead and get the vaccine. But until that happens, you're going to have people like me who will not take the vaccine. I have family members in the military who have told me that the military have given them the option to take the vaccine. So if the military is giving its soldiers the option to take the vaccine, then why are civilians being forced to? That's all I gotta say. I mean, I support Backstreet Grill. I support any business that is willing to step up against these authoritarian lockdowns in place by Michelle Lujan. We need this to end. We need to get our economy back. We need to fix the problems instead of keep creating problems and division. All right? And fact of the matter is we need to get these Democrats out of the office and get new thinking people in there. People like Chris Manning. You know, if you're looking at the CD1 race right now, please look into your candidates. Get to know them. Watch the videos I did about the Q&A, about the first debate, and then I'll be coming out tomorrow with my KOAT 7 debate breakdown as well. Get to know your candidates. The election is coming June 1st. We need change. We need people who care about us in that office. That's all I got for you today. Thank you all for stopping by. Remember, hit that like, hit that share, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Link any extra footage, extra material you got in the comments. Like I said, I'll also, if you're into poetry, my wife just released her poetry book, and I'll have that info in the bio as well. Thank you guys for stopping by. Again, I'm Nick Driver. I'm a New Mexican, and I care about you.